Hey, so last year I made a video talking about my dumb struggles with the original Dead Rising while doing some art based on my experience. Since then, the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster came out and I absolutely loved it. Except for some of the minor changes that they made, but hey, it's a different time and some people might not understand. I'm not going to defend that one camera category from the original, but I will make my displeasure known about changing the store names. Seriously, what was the point of this? Anyway, we're not here to talk too much about all that. I wanted to talk to you about Infinite Mode. You guys know I don't do a video without an associated art piece, so let's start that. And also, this is the art cam. This is where we will be doing our art piece. We're still gonna have some stuff playing in the background, but we'll flop back and forth, whatever. You'll get used to it, I promise. Alright, this is Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster's Infinite Mode. Compared to the originals, this is very different. Between both, the goal of these two modes is to live as long as possible. The things that complicate this are 1. The zombies, no big deal really. 2. The constant decreasing health meter, mildly concerning. And finally, a varying problem: other survivors. The first two aren't big deals because we can mitigate them easily. If you've been through the game, folding a group of zombies is really no issue at all, and if it gets sketchy, you could always get the hell out of there. The decreasing health is only as big of an issue as we let it be. There's food everywhere in the mall, but unlike the mode's namesake, it's finite. Yeah, no more filling your inventory with endless vitamin C sugar rushes. Now you've got to be strategic. They even get rid of all the blenders. So now, with that being the case, what do? Find every survivor you can and murder them to take their items for yourself. Yeah, it's straight savage out here. We ain't got time for diplomacy this go around. That's for the story playthrough. It's on site with everybody and everybody knows it. If you hop in here, you better be a high enough level or ready for the game to ruin your life, because this is clearly a permadeath mode. Now, the difference between the original Dead Rising and Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster's Infinite modes are kind of shocking. I'll definitely say that Deluxe Remaster is easier and harder at the same time, and the original is just harder. In the original Dead Rising Infinite mode, there were set survivor spawns, making things much more predictable, but you legitimately had to play the game for the entire 7 days, aka 14 hours! Capcom, what in the f*** were you thinking? You can't even save! I can tell you exactly how much of my childhood I spent doing this. Too much. And I still quit on it. Not because I'm a quitter either. Perspective time. A younger version of me played through all of the original Devil May Cry 3 release. If you weren't aware, that game was released outside of Japan a whole difficulty level harder than it was supposed to be. And yes, I beat it on every difficulty. This is before my love of survival horror flourished. Fast forward to after RE4 and the Suffering Ties That Bind, and I'm more than built for this. We're talking Xbox 360 era now. I've beaten the whole damn story and I hop into Infinite mode. I give it a run, do some trial and error. I'm waiting in places. It's fine. I'll just strategize. Then I get that DMC4 itch. Turn that shit off real quick. On top of that, there's no way my mom would let me leave my 360 running for like 14 hours straight. If I was walking in and out of rooms doing other stuff and like different things, nah. Would have definitely got my ass beat.
Why you wasting my electricity?
Yeah, that shit was not gonna slide. Ultimately, it wasn't that hard. How can I say that? I beat it. No, not back then. No. No, I beat it last year, right before I made that video. The advantages of putting shit in rest mode and having laundry to do. I would have never guessed that this is one of those things that was made easier by being an adult. with other responsibilities. So what makes Deluxe Remaster harder and easier? Well, the easier part is that now there's a chance that you can get random drops from random zombies. Could be a nice weapon, could be some food, you never know. It's kind of a risk-reward thing, but not too scary. Also, you can suspend infinite mode the same way you can suspend Bloody Palace in Devil May Cry. If you die, it wipes it. But now, not only do I have the option to turn it off, but I can straight up do anything else I want outside of that game. Like play Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. We've truly come full circle. By far the thing that makes this immensely easier is the fact that you can speed up time at save points. Changes the whole damn situation. Now I can put multiple runs and attempts in if I wanted and not feel like I'm wasting my entire day. You're hearing this and saying,
That sounds pretty good, Duck. What could make it harder at the same time?
oh, I'm glad you asked. It's the survivors. They're randomized. They can show up anywhere and swap seemingly every 12 hours in game. Doesn't sound so bad until I tell you that the survivors also include psychopaths. Yeah, imagine starting this shit day 1, hour 1, minute 1, and you turn the corner out of the safe room and find Adam.
I know you don't have any weapons yet, but right in the fade!
Okay, I'm exaggerating slightly. The game isn't actually going to be that generous. They aren't going to give you Adam that early because if you manage to kill him, you'll have the mini chainsaws. Damn near the best weapon in the whole game. Can't have that, so instead, they'll throw fucking Sean at you. This motherfucker might as well be doing a Dante cosplay. You're not about to sit here and tell me that he didn't just style switch to Trickster and try and use Helmbreaker on me. Who decided this moveset for him? Sir, did you forget you're a regular human? Of course, like all bosses, this man got diamond enchanted ankles probably made by Steve himself. And you better believe he's not the only high-level boss they'll drop on you that early. There are plenty of times I pulled up to Entrance Plaza on my first night with Carlito's suave ass pointing a sniper rifle at the side of my head. This makes Infinite Mode in Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster ridiculously unpredictable. Like, any of them can show up. You'll see them on the map, but you don't know if you're walking into Sophie or Cliff. Why am I bringing this up? Why am I talking about all this stuff related to Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster and its Infinite Mode? Because I am a crazy person and I need a challenge. Those younger versions of me may have discovered the appeal of difficulty and even embraced it later. But the current Duck before you is a problematic Soulsborne player who's been waddling through chaos for over a decade. So, we're not only going for the 5-day survivor, but we're doing it with Frank starting at level 1. What could possibly go wrong?
So of course we start off and look at the map to see where all our targets are. Keep in mind, we're level 1, so we don't have any of the special fun weapons, which means that we gotta find stuff, and right now. All I have at the moment is a bat and a stun gun. Immediately, the game decides to prove my point earlier by dropping our first psychopath in. It's Kent! I survived 18 minutes. Running into someone like this early is straight up a run kill. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Maybe we'll get lucky and not run into another psychopath right off the bat. So at this point, I gotta say I don't actually have a real strategy, but immediately after dying, I start to kind of think that I should figure one out. I definitely don't plan to stay at level 1 the entire time, because that's chaotic. There has to be some type of progression for me to, get through this. The first thought I have is to use all the environmental XP boosts, like clothes racks. My issue is that another psychopath is here. It's not as bad as Kent, but it's still problematic. Oh, freaking Paul. To be honest, he's not terrible, but he actually might be pretty bad if he hits me with 2 of those explosives, because I'd be dead. I'm feeling pretty good about how I'm sliding by and mollywhopping his ass with these baseball bats until I make a grave mistake. Yeah, there was no getting out of that. 40 minutes. Fun. Okay, time for the run again. I figure I'll go back to the entrance plaza to make my way into getting some of that XP boost quickly. Who do I run into? Yep, freaking Carlito. And like I said earlier, sniper rifle in my face, demolishing me. The game clearly does not care about my efforts here. And me trying to jump over that rail seals the deal. At this point, like, I'm scrounging trying to see if I can, find anything else. Anything and everything I can do to live here. I'm thinking, well, it's a fresh run, so maybe the PP stickers are, still here. No, they're not. I learned that. I learned later, but if you have gotten them all through any playthrough, then they're gone. There's no finding them again. There's no getting extra, PP. Why did they call it PP? Let's really talk about that. Actually, let's not. Anyway, as a last resort, I straight up throw my baseball bat at Carlito, and he charges straight through what I thought was a jump kick. Yeah, I don't have the levels to do a jump kick. There was nothing I could do. 24 minutes. Lucky for the next run, there's no psychopath in Entrance Plaza. I'm not used to this, being so slow, but I definitely need weapons, so I run into the store to try and grab some swords. I can't even remember the name of this, and yeah, it popped up on screen, but I don't care. Oh, look, 2 boxes. Neither of them meant anything. The rack spin bonus is pretty minimal. Minimal? Sheesh. Yep, Fumble Olympics, all in the middle of this Dead Rising thing. Anyway, the rack spin bonus is pretty minimal, but it's something. By the skin of my teeth, I'm able to make it into the next area, Alfresca Plaza, and I find a freaking orange juice. But that doesn't stop me from getting bitten. At this point, I'm starting to think about the actual strategizing, instead of just saying that I'm doing it. So, I make my way to flexing for the punching bags and the treadmill bonus. Embarrassingly, this takes way longer than it should. The Martial Arts Master book is helpful, and I just had to grab it. Big spoilers, by the way. I hope y'all know big spoilers. Did I say big spoilers earlier? I'm gonna probably cut it in, but I'm gonna talk about how I just got all the way through this 10 minutes in, and I'm now saying big spoilers. That's crazy. Anyway, I grabbed that martial arts book, and I start, trying to see if I can utilize it in some way. It doesn't help at the moment because I'm getting my ass beat by a damn punching bag. I got issues, okay? After clearing the treadmills, I make my way into the food court, and I find out that there's another survivor. I'm panicking, thinking it might be freaking Carlito again. It's just Rich. After activating an agonizing ass whooping across all appendages, I'm pretty much done here, and I get to walk away with something new. It's more than I had before, but it wasn't a whole lot. I do decide to grab the fireworks guide book, because I actually never used this thing before, just to see if it could help me out. And with a stack of plates, it's somewhat useful, just not useful enough. I start looking at this how is it gonna kill a psychopath? Maybe it'll stun them. That's my biggest fear here, running into another psychopath. I just don't have the levels for it. I munch a little bit of food after, testing this thing out, and I decide that it's probably not that great, but I'll hold on to it anyway until I find something better. Making my way into Wonderland Plaza. A side note for that martial arts master book, just so you guys understand, that gives you every skill that you would have if Frank were at level 50. So pretty good. I would definitely grab it on a run like this. So yeah, wander into Wonderland Plaza, where
the savior is coming!
In this moment, I felt deep in my soul that this was probably a dead run. Yeah, you thought I was joking about this? No, Sean straight up leaps off this rail, takes no damage, and practically anime speed blitzes me. Bro got sparks on his shoes like this is Sonic Adventure 2. At this point, I'm running for my life. He even got me up in here on the Space Rider. Trying to, I'm trying to lose him between the rails and the bars. He catches me with a good 2 swings. Yeah, I need that chocolate milk. I'm searching for anything, and I mean anything. Bro got air hike, throwing himself over the makeup stand and stuff. Luckily, he misses. Oh, thank God for this stupid AI. And then, straight up, I waste all my ammo while he's sidestepping everything like he in Dark Slayer now. I remember that I still have the fireworks book. And if I can make it, I can make my way into this jewelry store and grab some jewels, maybe I'll be okay. Boy caught me by the ankles the second I tried to hop over this. And then this extra caught me in the middle of that. Yeah, there's no way I'm about to make this. I'm not gonna lie to you, looking at this back, I lost all hope. But boy, I definitely tried. I was determined. I'm not about to give up, so I snag an apple, I dodge a helm breaker, I run, I eat. I didn't make it. 3 hours, 34 minutes. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of fun. We'll try this again and see just how far we can get. I'll see you guys in episode 2.